Queenslanders as a whole. So today, salute to you and your committee of Expo 88. We pay tribute and thanks.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. It now gives me great pleasure to invite Sir Llew to address us.
The Honourable Campbell Newman, Premier of Queensland, and Mrs Lisa Newman, the Lord Mayor of Brisbane, Councillor Graham Quirk and Mrs Anne Quirk, councillors of the Brisbane City Council, members of the Consular Corps, Mr Bob Minikin, who was the strength behind me and with me in Expo 88, the executive of Expo 88, 8 wonderful men and women, and ladies and gentlemen. Today I'd like to acknowledge firstly the traditional owners and custodians of the land on which we are pleased and proud to be meeting today. Mr Premier, I'm extremely touched by this recognition of the 25th anniversary of what I think was the greatest event in Australia's history, but that's possibly a little bit biased. In 1983, I retired from the Parliament of Queensland, and some said they had enough of me anyway, and was invited by the then Premier and the Prime Minister of Australia to be Chairman of Expo 88. Little did I know about an exposition. I certainly had never been to one, nor had I really known anything about an exposition. But I want to say very clearly that we began on day one, and Bob Milliken was with me from that time. We began to look for a site, and we didn't recognise that there was no site yet available. So we acquired the site overnight. I'm not sure, Mr Premier, that is possible today. We acquired 80 properties owned by many people, and then we began the planning, the development, and finally the operation of the exposition. Planning for 184 days of activities from 10 in the morning till 10 p.m. tonight. My team, of whom I am extremely proud, and I invested 5 years of our lives, a minimum of 12 hours a day, sometimes 20 hours a day, usually 7 days a week, to ensure that everything was perfect on opening day, and remained so for 184 days. And I actually think we achieved that. We opened the Expo, as I mentioned, on time, on the 30th of April 1988, and closed the event 184 days later with 18,560,447 visitors. I wish we would have had 3 more, and then we would have been able to say 450 people. Let me get serious again. We had participating nations from every continent, and I paid tribute today, and if I could say in pure Australian language, I tipped my lid to them. To Bob Milliken. Stand up, Bob. And I'd like the others to put their hand up or stand up too. Peter Goldstein. Rob Spuren. I'm not sure of what. Jane Brumfield. I've got to know her very well since Richard John, Graham Curry, Barbara Absalom, and Ken Coates. It was regarded by many Australians that the Expo was the happiest, the safest and most interesting place to be in 1988, with the largest daily attendance being 182,762 on site in 12 hours. I like to refer to the queues outside the pavilions. They were remarkable, and we found out that many people were getting in the queue, staying there, and just when they were able to get into the pavilion, they'd duck away and go to the end of the queue again. They loved meeting people, fellow Australians, and people from all over the world. We had approximately 1,300 staff full-time. We had 4,000, imagine, volunteers who gave us a minimum of 8 hours a week. 150 corporations sponsored us. And 30,000 people were accredited to the exposition. I am told by economists, not necessarily always correct, but it was estimated the economic stimulus of Expo 88 was $1,020 million, just over $1 billion. We did not lose, let me repeat, we did not lose 1 hour in industrial disputation. And we enjoyed unbelievable cooperation from the trade union movement. I can tell you there was occasionally blood on my carpet, but we got there just the same. We were all partners in this challenging project. We had that remarkable being called Expo Oz, a friendly, wonderful personality, appearing for a few hours each day, only because the person inside couldn't stand the heat much longer. There was a river stage with an audience capacity of 20,000 people, the famous Aqua Cave, the Pacific Village, and of course the monorail, occasionally breaking down, but nevertheless working correctly. And then above that, there was the Southbank high rise that I used to call it, 88 metres in the sky, still adoring the sun. Our theme was leisure in the age of technology. Bob, you and I had no leisure for that whole picture, and nor did the other team members, but we enjoyed people telling us at Expo, leisure in the age of technology. To have been chairman and chief of executive of such a unique event that possibly will never occur in Australia from many, many years ago was to me the privilege of my life. To see the joy and excitement of our visitors, smiling, happy, shaking hands with people they had never met and would never meet again. But there were remarkable contribution and enthusiasm by our staff and our volunteers changed the aspect for Expo. In my closing speech at 10 p.m. on the 30th of October 1988, most of you were around then, I think, I said the following comments. It is my hope that the spirit of World Expo 88 will never fade. We made people smile. We made people of Brisbane the happiest, people smile. We made Brisbane, the happiest place on earth in 1988. Together, we showed the world. Thank you, my Lord Mayor. Thank you, Mr. Premier, for being part of this celebration. May the spirit of World Expo 88 and the Queenslanders who made it happen never fade in this great city, in this great and remarkable state. and in this wonderful nation of Australia.